How we doing, everybody? This is That Our Nerd back at it again with another algebra tutorial. This one is an example of the exponent rules we learned in the last video. If you haven't seen that one yet, I would suggest going there first and then coming back to do this practice problem. So for this one, we're going to use a lot of different rules. Well, I guess two of the different rules that we found in our last video. So we're going to want to simplify this and make sure we have positive exponents for all these. So the order of operations still apply in these problems. So the first thing we're going to want to do is our exponent here. So we'll distribute this -2 out throughout each of these different variables. So again, what we do is we take each number and variable within here and times it by -2. So we have 8 to the first power, right? So our power rule was you take whatever power it is and then multiply that power by this number, and that'll give you your new exponent. So this is really like 8 to the first power, right? We don't write it because it's not really necessary, but this is technically 8 to the first power. So we take our exponent of 1 and multiply by -2. So 1 times -2 is -2. So we're now going to have 8 to the -2 power. We take x to the -6. We take that to the -2 power. Right, so we'll take -6 times -2, which leaves us with a positive 12. So x to the 12th. We'll take y cubed to the -2. Right, so we'll do 3 times -2. Which is -6, so of y to the -6 power. We'll divide all this by x to the 4th, so we take x to the 4th to the -2, so we'll have x to the -8, right? We're just multiplying our exponents here, and then we'll take y to the -4 to the -2, and again we'll do -4 times -2, and that'll leave us with a y to the positive 8th. Might need to make this little pen smaller. The 8s are kind of blending in together here. This is an 8. 8. When I score an 8 in golf, I sing, "Do you want to build a snowman?" All right, so let's do our quotient rule now, right? So if we're dividing two to the same base with different exponents, we take our top exponent and subtract our bottom exponent. So for now, we'll leave our 8 to the -2. Then we take 12 minus -8. So minus and negative, that's like positive, right? That's like adding. So 12 plus 8 is 20. So we'll take x to the 20. And we have y to the -6. And we take that divided by y to the 8. And so we take -6 minus 8. Well, -6 minus 8 is going to leave us with -14. And now we can put our negative exponents in the bottom, right, and turn them into positive exponents. Again, we learned that in the last video. But we'll leave our x to the 20 on top. So x to the 20 on top. And we'll divide by 8 squared. So again, we're just moving these numbers to the denominator and making our exponents positive now. And -14, so we can move that to the denominator and make it positive as well. So y to the 14. You did not, I see a common mistake of you get y to the -14 and then you put that in the denominator at the beginning. And that doesn't make any sense. You make all these in the numerator first, and then you can move them to the denominator after. We can simplify this even a little more, right, by doing our 8 squared. So 8 times 8 is 64. So our final answer is going to be x to the 20 divided by 64y to the 14. So this was maybe a little more complicated problem. I'm going to do one more example here, so you can click that next video. And it's going to be another example of a even more difficult problem. So thank you again for your time. If you enjoyed this video or learned anything, make sure to leave a thumbs up, a like down there. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more math and algebra videos. And yeah, again, if you made it this far, you know, stay fly, stay fancy. You're just amazing. Okay, amazing, 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 amazing.